A Caesar salad is a Caesar salad is a Caesar salad as long as you've got Caesar dressing. I swear that's a quote from Julius Caesar. I think it's on his tombstone.
It turns out Julius Caesar was cremated and has no burial.
This just in, turns out Julius Caesar is not in fact buried. Everything else is up for debate as long as you've got the Caesar dressing. In this case, we're making a Mad Genius riff. I'm swapping out the romaine for some kale, and we are making croutons that are gonna be super crunchy, and they are gonna be airy and light, and we're using chickpeas. Okay, first things first, we are frying the chickpeas, so we're gonna wanna get some oil hot. You can use a large skillet, you can use a medium skillet, use whatever you've got, and to that, we're gonna add about 1/4 inch of canola oil. You really just want a neutral oil here. Olive oil might burn. In the meantime, let's get our chickpeas ready. This is 1 can of chickpeas for the recipe. I drained them in a sieve over a bowl, and I've let them sit for about 30 minutes because we wanna get them as dry as possible. All of this liquid that comes out of the can of chickpeas, that is called aquafaba. I highly recommend Googling it. You can use it in place of egg whites in baking recipes. You can also make a meringue out of it. I've got a Mad Genius tip for that on foodandwine.com. But what I like to do, in addition to draining the chickpeas for about 30 minutes, take a baking sheet or a plate with paper towels, and then I transfer the chickpeas right onto it. And what I like to do is I like to jostle the chickpeas. So shimmy them around, try not to lose any. What this does is it really gets all the moisture off of the chickpeas and absorbed into the paper towel. These look good. Let's check the oil. The true way to tell if your oil is ready is to take the tip of a wooden spoon, put it in, and once little small bubbles start to form around the edge, then you are good to go. Okay, so we're gonna get all of the chickpeas into the hot oil very carefully, and then we're gonna fry them over medium-high heat for 3 to 5 minutes. Oh yeah. You can hear them start to sizzle already. Love it, love it. Once all your chickpeas are in, go ahead and use a slotted spoon just to kind of stir them very gently. Look at this. You can kind of see how they look a little crackly and they're a nice golden brown. They are almost there. These chickpeas make an incredible crouton for Caesar salad, obviously, because I've created this recipe, but they also make a really delicious cocktail snack. Toss them with like Old Bay spice or maybe some chili powder. The possibilities are endless. These are brown, they're crispy, they're ready to come out. So I'm gonna go ahead and scoop them out right onto a paper towel lined baking sheet. I mean, I could really just eat them just like this, to be quite honest. Don't forget to turn off your stove, been there before, and check out all of our crispy chickpeas. Jostle the chickpeas one more time because this is a 2 jostle job, and before they cool, you wanna add some seasoning. So we're gonna add just some salt and pepper, super simple. Good, let's move these over to the side because it's time to make the dressing. This is going to be a sort of traditional Caesar dressing. The one ingredient that I'm omitting here is anchovy because I don't have any, and we are cooking with what we have. First things first, we are using mayonnaise. If you are up for the challenge, go for it, make it from scratch. I'm going with 1/2 cup of store-bought mayonnaise here. And in addition to the mayonnaise, we are going to add some tangy, pungent flavor with 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. I always add Dijon to my Caesar dressings. We really need to amp up this flavor with some garlic. To the dressing, we are going to add a small or 3/4 of a large garlic clove. We are grating it with a rasp grater. Tap it off. We need some lemon juice here. I need about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. This one feels really squishy to me. It feels very juicy, so I'm gonna use about half of this. And to me, that looks good. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a good whisk. And at this point is where, if you would like to add some anchovy paste or minced anchovies, believe it or not, you can also use some Worcestershire sauce or Worcestershire. I don't know the right way of saying it. We are going to add 1/4 cup of finely grated Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. If you have the pre-grated stuff, have no fear, your Caesar dressing is going to be just as delicious. All right, so into the bowl, 1/4 cup of finely grated Parmigiano cheese. That looks good to me. We're gonna save this for when we serve it. So we're gonna add some kosher salt, not too much, but a nice pinch, and then lots and lots of black pepper. Any good Caesar dressing has tons and tons of black pepper. Okay, lots and lots of black pepper. Okay, give that one more whisk, make it nice and smooth, and we're not gonna forget to taste it. Wow, that is good. Okay, grab your largest mixing bowl because we are going to add about 10 cups of greens to this. Okay, biggest bag of kale you've ever seen. I need only half of this because I only need about 10 cups, but I always like to de-stem the kale, tear the leaves, make sure it's nice and clean, and then I store it in the refrigerator where it stays really crispy. That looks like about 10 cups. I think we're good to go. Now we're gonna get nervous about adding our dressing and mixing this without getting it all over the kitchen. Make sure you get all of it in there. I sometimes like to take a piece of bread and just, yum. Give it a nice toss. As you're lifting up and you're folding over, this is a full body salad workout we got going on here. This looks really good to me. Greens are nicely coated. It's time for those croutons, those delicious chickpea croutons. Let's give them another jostle. They deserve it. It's gonna look like a lot, but once you start eating it, it's not enough, I promise. There we go. Get every last one. You're gonna want them. And just like that, we have an incredible Kale Caesar salad with crispy chickpea croutons. And my house, my rules, I'm gonna take a bite right out of my serving bowl. So delicious. That tangy Caesar dressing will make Julius Caesar very proud, I promise. The best thing about this recipe is it's super adaptable because you can use whatever greens you have on hand. That said, don't forget those Mad Genius crunchy chickpeas.